real quickly before we jump into the video, I want to let you guys know that we're getting back on that stream grind, so if you're interested in coming out, hanging out, saying what's up, or whatever it may be, there's a link down below in the description that'll take you over to my Twitch page if you guys want to toss a follow. That said, we'll be live tonight, and maybe even by the time you're watching this, it might be live at the very moment. So if you're interested, link in the description below, but back to the regular scheduled content. For many, this is a big week for Call of Duty Black Ops 4, just in the sense of a lot of new content coming for the very first time. 2 of 3 platforms, Xbox One and PC, get a hold of Operation Grand Heist on Tuesday, and a lot more things to come. So today in this video, we're going to be taking a look at 12 different things to look out for PlayStation 4 users, as well as Xbox One and PC users in this upcoming week of Black Ops 4. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Let's start out with the lead-off side here at this PlayStation 4 going into its second week of Operation Grand Heist. What's up on deck for the first things that we can look forward to pressing forward, and then a week later for Xbox One and PC? Well, firstly, there's a new League Play event starting as of actually possibly right now. There's apparently a little bit of a downtime from whenever ranks were being processed at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 6 p.m. GMT, I believe, as of today. But as of the time of recording this, it has not yet started into the next event for League Play. Instead, we are still processing the ladder results. You'll be notified of the rank that you ended up getting for your last event ladder. So personally, I played the first day and ended up getting rank 36 out of the 50-player ladder. So how that then translates over into the actual rank for the World League Hub, that is something that's being processed at the moment. So those are the things that you can end up looking forward to in terms of that rank delegation. But outside of that, it should jump right into another live event. So that's something you look forward to if you ended up liking League Play and really enjoyed what you had on deck. Though, truth be told, I really think that it shouldn't be necessarily a time-based ladder system. It's not necessarily so much as ranking. There is skill-based matchmaking within your matches and lobbies, but your actual ladder itself is really just dependent on who plays longer. So in that sense, I'm hoping there are adjustments coming in the future that maybe introduce actual ranks in the ladders, but that said, we'll see where that goes in time. But right now, you might have noticed some quirks. Outside of that, we end up seeing Hot Pursuit will stay around more than likely in Blackout for that limited time mode. A lot of fun if you guys haven't jumped on and played around with this. You end up having the ability to jump into police vehicles, into muscle cars. The muscle cars will then showcase a beam of light for every stash and every supply drop that come in, and then the police vehicles will showcase the same sort of beams of light, but red, for where the muscle car users are. Some things come along with like built-in attachments with it, where the police vehicles have a roaming and constant portable radar, essentially, as if you were to stick a sensor dart onto it, but if you turn off the sirens, that turns off, and you can then go a little more stealthy. So there's a lot of cool aspects here with it. It's pretty much down but not out, where you have, again, that ability to respawn, but then jump right into it. So late game's definitely going to get hectic, and it's a lot of fun you should check out. So that'll be there for PlayStation 4 users, and coming later on in the week as well for Xbox One and PC. Now, that talking though a little bit about game modes gets me thinking, because we might still have a couple of different game modes in MP coming along the way, and one in the chamber might be going away as of tomorrow, though it's not confirmed as of recording this, but we still have a lot of different things up on deck and things that are listed outright in the roadmap from Treyarch. MP has the possibility of Infected, Bare Bones, Prop Hunt, Fracture, and it lists more to come, so it's quite possible that we end up seeing something change for tomorrow if there are still more coming during the event. Though, with 5 listed out of the gate and 9 more weeks of the season left, it doesn't necessarily need to refresh tomorrow, but it could work out that there may be enough, or we see them on rotation where 10 weeks total, we end up seeing that there's, say, one in the chamber this past week, Infected this upcoming week, Bare Bones after that, Prop Hunt, Fracture, and you get that picture where it cycles over. You get each mode twice throughout the event, but just at different times during the event. And finally, on PlayStation 4 exclusive only here, we'll see that there are new items introduced within Blackjack's shop, some things that we don't have at the moment any indication that it may be, but there's still quite a bit that may actually come. We're early on in the season, so we have a lot that we can still think about. This might be coming. We see that we have Misty coming at some point in special orders. We end up seeing that we've yet to see the Bunny outfit for Firebreak. We've yet to see the Mog 12 Police Mastercraft. We've yet to see the Cordite Space Shuttle Mastercraft. There's a Zombies reactive camo coming for the Swordfish, and presumably so much more. So truthfully, we could see any number of those things coming, but we'll have to see if that does happen as of tomorrow. Though, don't expect the special order to change out just yet, because that Party Rock camo still ultimately has 5 days and a few hours and change on that, where you can end up getting the Party Rock camo for the SOG 9mm, and also any weapon that you end up having gold as well once you unlock that. Plus, it also gives you a 5% tier boost that is applied to your tiers in your contraband stream for the entirety of the event itself. So that's something that's available for a couple more days, and also is going to still be there for Xbox One and PC users as of tomorrow. And that said, jumping over to the Xbox One and PC side, today is the absolute final day of Operation Absolute Zero on PC and Xbox One. So if you don't have Zero, get in your playtime, get 1 merit in Blackout, 1 win in MP, or round 15 in Zombies to end up getting your tier skip, so you end up getting that. If you don't have the Secret Santa, the Daemon, or the SWAT, get grinding out on those as well, because they will lock up as of tomorrow. Now, we have seen that the weapons themselves are a part of the brand new reserve system within Black Ops 4 introduced with Operation Grand Heist, so you do have the ability to end up getting the Daemon 3 XP and the SWAT RFT out of reserves as their signature weapon variants that will grant you 25% more XP per kill with those weapons, so you still have the opportunity to end up getting those. But as for Zero, that's the big question mark here with this, because I don't know if I've seen anybody talk about it. I feel like most people have gotten past this, but one thing that I'm really curious about, because I still haven't ranked up my tiers within Operation Absolute Zero on PC, I don't know what's going to happen to Zero. I haven't gotten her in that event, so I'm partially up in the air of trying to definitively find out if she locks up for good, or just going in and doing again that 1 merit thing to end up ranking up and getting that. I don't exactly know, but it is something that Zero, for the time being, might be locked up and not available after this. So if you don't have that just yet and you're interested in getting Zero, make sure you at least jump on and play enough to get Zero unlocked. But that said, once 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time rolls around as of tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. GMT, Operation Grand Heist is going to start for Xbox One and PC users. No title update is going to be needed for this one. That was something that was already applied as of last week when PlayStation 4 and Xbox One got that update on Tuesday, and then also on Thursday, that update was available for PC users, so that was something that already included things like the brand new weapon tuning passes and those sort of stuff like that. A lot of the bugs and fixes coming out of that, but the actual content itself starts tomorrow. And even with the event-specific stuff, that also includes the Black Ops Pass maps of Lockup as well as Casino. But the first thing that we'll end up seeing here out of this is actually a brand new specialist. Before we jump into all the details about the contraband stream and all that kind of stuff, a brand new specialist, Outrider, is being introduced within Black Ops 4, and yes, I know, new probably isn't the best term to use for that because we saw her in Black Ops 3, but for Black Ops 4, all intents and purposes, we are going to have a brand new specialist in the mix here for everything, making it specialist number 12, and she's a lot of fun. The Hawk drone is very useful if you end up using it and placing it in the proper places. The Sparrow is so much fun and really just takes me back, man. Absolutely love the Sparrow in Black Ops 3, so to have it at your disposal again in Black Ops 4 is absolutely fantastic. But outside of that, of course, we end up getting the brand new contraband stream system, and there's a lot actually to talk about here with this one, and as I've seen many people tweet me and seen Reddit posts about it and all that kind of stuff, PlayStation 4 are kind of the guinea pigs on this new system, and you guys will have a more ironed out version here for Xbox One and PC, but you'll end up having the brand new 100 tiers with, of course, a bunch of different items that go all the way up to the Switchblade X9 at tier 100, and that's something that then offers a lot of new items that you'll see right up front, and albeit, I've said it before and I'll still stand by it, is that I'm not entirely impressed with all the things on offer with this contraband stream of 100 tiers. There's 75 stickers, calling cards, and reticles total out of that, and things that you can see that are worthwhile in a first-person perspective. There's only 7 of those items, so while it is still new content, it's a lot you gotta sift through and grind out to end up getting the cooler stuff, but you end up having that. You have a brand new system for Blackjack Shop, in which it's a condensed version of all of this. You have your special orders now mixed in with your featured items, plus a new thing that is called My Deals, which is a daily on-rotation random item that you can end up getting for a more so discounted price, it seems. I've seen some things that were a little pricier. I had the Ferta Lance, which I think was $1 or $2 cheaper based off this My Deal section, but I might have just gotten lucky. I don't exactly know, but regardless, you end up having that. You have a brand new inventory system, which will showcase all the items you've gotten in reserves in the past. You'll end up seeing all the things you've bought out of the shops, and then also all the things that you've gotten in the past out of the special orders. You can end up seeing all those items and everything just sort of cataloged there for you as an easy to access place for everything you may have in your inventory. And then finally, the big thing here that was the big uproar, and rightfully so, out of the past week, was the brand new reserve system. Xbox One and PC users are going to be able to earn reserve cases at the same time as of actually ranking up their tiers, so you can end up getting multiple items at one point, and these are now on the boosted rates as compared to where they were beforehand, and plus, also on top of that, you then have the reserves after tier 100 as well. So you still have a reason to play after tier 100, and you still have all the abilities to end up getting those items out of reserves by simply your tier skips, your actual grinding out of the game and the tiers, and then also the timed cases as well. there's a lot of new ways to end up getting this, and it's going to be that more so ironed out version like we talked about. No huge uproar coming here for this one to stir the pot of change on Xbox One and PC. That's coming as of tomorrow as well. And the Blackout end, you'll immediately see some things like new points of interest or extensions of points of interest. There was a lot of things on top of the Ghost Town POI added in that were just sort of extensions in terms of campgrounds, different garages, houses, shacks, you name it. A lot of smaller things thrown in the mix all around the map. There were some different key locations that weren't there. There were some that were extended and so on and so forth. So in Blackout, your map is going to be a little bit differently, and one that will, of course, be drastically differently in that southeast corner of the map itself, and that is going to be a very hot drop. I know that on PlayStation 4, it's kind of died down a little bit. It's still really hectic for us over here, but for those of you guys on Xbox One and PC, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. If you jump in right around the time the update kicks in, you're probably going to end up seeing 60, 70, 80 people maybe even jumping into Ghost Town. So get ready for some full-on crazy gunfights. That said, it's a lot of fun. You guys will enjoy that one. And then on the zombies front, we end up having the gauntlet for classified, that being DEFCON 5 introduced, plus the brand new perk of the ethereal razor being added in. Now that perk offers the ability for offhand melee swipes to affect multiple enemies in an arc, and the offhand swipe also give bonus damage to restore a small amount of health. So that'll be something that's a situational perk for sure, but it is being added in here with this update for you guys as of then. Now, the only other things we'll talk about are purely speculation, and there's not all that much, but there are two things I want to mention. Firstly, possibly the introduction of the brand new weapons of the Switchblade X9 and the Rampage, as well as the Ching melee weapon in Blackout. David Vonderhaar ended up saying they would eventually start adding these in incrementally within stashes and different supply drops. So with these now being added into Black Ops 4 for all users on all platforms, maybe this is the time when we start to see those supply drops dropping from the sky, giving us a brand new weapon that might be worth a gander in Blackout. We don't exactly know if that's going to happen as of this week, but with everybody getting it, now's the real time that we can end up really starting to think that would make sense. Maybe this actually does happen. And finally, one thing that I just want to draw your attention to that really is quite curious to me and may not be anything outside of just a bug, but we might be seeing Casino added into custom games. And my good friend Corey, or Ink Slasher as you may know him, actually pointed out an interesting little characteristic about something we talked about at our trip in LA. You can actually end up shooting every single balloon within Casino and it interacts with it. It actually explodes. So he brought up a thought to me earlier in the day that said, what if that's an Easter egg? What if it's purposely withheld from custom matches so that everybody can start looking at stuff on an equal playing field? And that wouldn't be the craziest idea. We saw Nuketown held off for a little bit, although albeit a little longer than that of just whenever Xbox One users ended up getting it, but what if that's the reason? What if that is going to be the catalyst for an Easter egg hunt and they want everybody starting on the same playing field? That is something that's very possible given, again, Nuketown and even the zombies Easter eggs being turned off until a certain point at launch and all things considered, so who's to say it doesn't happen again? But it's definitely curious, and I'm excited to see if that does come to be something of any interest, but that said, that's just going to wrap it up. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you drop a like down below, and of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Black Ops 4, multiplayer, Blackout, zombies. We got you covered, the best of updates, news, information, tips, tricks, all that good stuff. So if any of that interests you, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing. If you guys also want to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram, there's the best places to get connected outside of YouTube. Practically live on both those. So if you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, that link is down there in the description below. But let's end out the way. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Mine has been Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.